Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for Memory Planning Monday. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey friends, thanks for joining me. If you haven't noticed, my voice sounds terrible and I'm filming kind of out of order because on October 3rd, I was supposed to be sharing this video, but my girlfriends Kim and Nolana of Kim Has Plans and Neelan Has a Plan decided to have a blur-a-thon over the weekend. And as you can hear in my voice, maybe you can, but it's pretty obvious to me that I don't sound like myself. And I'm having kind of a hard time breathing. I've got a sinus infection. So there was not a lot of blurring happening. But if you're following my channel, then you did get to see me do a walkthrough last week. And then this week you get to see the process video. So I kind of like took a break. So, or not a break, but like a pause. So I did a pre-planning video and then I skipped ahead and did my blur-a-thon content, which I was fortunate was only like a half week because I decided to end the month on the 30th, like the end of the month, and then start a new one of these on the 1st of the next month, which would be July. But anyways, so hopefully that makes sense. If you did not watch last week's video, then you're probably like, what are you talking about? But basically, normally I film like a pre-planning process video and then I talk about it. And then the next week, it'll just change every other week. The next week, I'll do a process video where I film myself in sped up time and do a voiceover. But I took a break from this part, from the process video, to do my blur-a-thon with my girls. So you can go back and watch that video if you'd like. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much more, but if you need a refresher, most of the items I was using are Paige Evans, papers and ephemera, and then of course, all the Stop the Blur goodies as needed, washi, different embellishments from chipboard thickers, and yeah, this turned out so stinking cute. You see some alphas, a piece of the washi, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to stop talking because I probably should go get my inhaler. Sorry for the short intro, sorry for the short video, but I hope you enjoy this process and I'll come back and catch up with you at the end and do a recap. Let's go. So I decided to cut out this plastic pocket using the scrapbook.com die cut nested pocket set that I'm obsessed with, and it actually worked. It didn't cut quite all the way through, it was an experiment, so it is a little ripped in one part. And I ended up using my craft knife to cut out the rest of it. And I just wanted to experiment with it. And I think it turned out really cute. So then I decided to use these alphas to spell out for last day of first grade or by first grade, something like that. We'll see here in a minute. These are alphas from the Heidi Swap Shop. And I jacked up that E there. So I ended up just tossing it and sacrificing a precious vowel sticker so that I could have a nicer one and have it look right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna spell by first grade, and then I'm gonna use those big tags up there from the Paige Evans pattern paper to hold all of the photos except for 2 that I'm gonna feature on the main page of Nora's last day of first grade. So now I'm just shuffling around all the photos and seeing like which photos I'm gonna put on which tags, and then I realized, oops, my little chipboard piece came off the other side, so I used some glossy accents to secure that down. And then I'm just distressing the edges of the tags with the edge of this like spatula tool. This tool and then the other tool you saw me use to smooth out the stickers are from $1.25 Tree. And then I'm trimming down these photos so that they can fit on both of these tags. And I wanted to, basically I decided to use 2 photos on the right side of that clear pocket that one are some of my favorites, but also that bring out some of the color that'll be in the tags as well. And now I'm just sanding the sides of all the photos, which does take a few minutes, but I really like the way these distressed photos look. So I'm featuring the sign that Nora's holding that says last day of first grade, and then the picture of her and her TA, who we love so much. And then I decided to put the rest of the photos on these two tags, front and back, and it leaves me enough room for journaling because these are pretty large tags. I just used my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch to punch through the top of the tags, and then it was just a matter of me doing some journaling and adding, instead of twine, I wanted to use that buffalo check pink, actually I guess it's a gingham washi, the pink washi, through the tops of those tags. I thought it looked really cute. I did it on the left side, so I wanted to do the same thing on the right. And then I'm trying to figure out a way to use this butterfly frame because I feel like because that pocket is clear, there's not quite enough color to make the left and right side of the spread come together. So I decided to use that. And the photo that I'm putting inside there is just like maybe a smidge too small. So I just mounted it on this blue cardstock and then adhered it to the back of the frame. Then I decided to trim down the frame a little bit because I needed a little bit more room. And I put Go Fish with those puffy alphas, which are my absolute favorite from the Heidi Swap Shop. And because that's what Nora and her friend Abby are doing, playing Go Fish during church. And then re-rounding the corners after I trim it. And then I want to put a little tag behind it to do some journaling about Sunday. So that one I think is from a March Stop the Blur kit. And I'm just using my double-sided tape to make a little pocket behind the photo. And I really like the way the tag fits so well and just peeks out the top. I wanted to feature this photo of Nora swimming, and here I am putting some glossy accents on the little envelope I made with the Heidi Swap dies. And that's where I'm going to house the photo of me with my new Black Lives Matter shirt and a story about current events, because it's kind of a heavier story. Not all stories that we tell are rainbows and butterflies, right? So, but there's still stories that are very important and I feel like should be told, and someday Nora can go back and read about how, you know, Roe vs. Wade got overturned and how that affected me for so many different reasons. And so I'm putting that inside the envelope, and I tend to do that with more private or like emotionally charged stories, if you will. I like to not necessarily leave the writing exposed on the page. It feels a little bit too vulnerable, I guess. So I like to sometimes tuck those into different interactive elements, which is what this envelope is perfect for. I added just a little bit of that yellow ledger washi to the right side of the tag in order, or the right side of the tag in order to mimic what was happening on the left side as well. Sorry I have to keep stopping recording and then going back because I'm still sick, so my breath is really short. I keep having to stop recording to cough. Also why I maybe sound a little funny. But anyway, I'm now going to use some thickers to embellish the page a little bit and do my journaling on the back of that little tag there. Now I'm going to look for something to write about the current events. So I had to find the current events. I knew there was one on one of the Stop the Blur class printables. And so I'm just journaling about Roe vs. Wade being overturned and all my feels as succinctly as I can on the back of that little sticker, it was a sticker, so I just took some scrap cardstock to make it a little more sturdy and tucked it in there into the envelope. And now I'm just looking for one final little sticker to go in that white space there. And I use Stay Cool because it fits perfectly with Nora being in the water. Adding the last touch of these puffy stickers from Paige Evans. Hey everyone, so that is it. Here's the crafter math. And I'm gonna go through this summary real quick because again, with my voice, but I love that I decided to make this pocket. I wanted to experiment, and I think this is a great way to do that. And if you love the idea or the concept, you can always take that into like a bigger scrapbook or a larger memory keeping spread. So there's the two tags. Most of the photos and stories are all about her last day of school. And wanted to feature my, like, two favorites, the sign, and then her and her TA, who's just a beloved, wonderful, amazing woman who we miss so much. And then a shot of Nora swimming, because we did that. That's basically all she did over the weekend while we worked around the house. And Nora and Abby playing at church with some journaling. And then in here is some journaling about the shirt that I got to support my local Black Lives Matter chapter. And I mean, the shirt was like included, but you know, you made a certain donation, and then if you made a certain size donation, you would get a shirt. So I obviously wanted to represent that. And then about the current events of Roe versus Wade being overturned and all of my feels about that, because I had a lot of feels about that. And we won't get into that here, but that is my full week altogether. I think it looks so cute. I absolutely love it. All the details, all the interactive elements, and all the stories that I got to tell for the last full week of June. So let me know if you have any questions. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. And that way you won't miss any of my content. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, friends. Take care. Remember that you are enough. Have a wonderful week. See you later. Bye.